Okay, so a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about what road trek is and how badly I want to do it. So without further ado, here's a video dedicated to road trek and what it's all about, sort of. I get a lot of people, Uber passengers, and people commenting below in my videos here on YouTube that seem to think that road trek is just me driving around in an RV and vlogging, basically. Which, don't get me wrong, I am going to do. I am fully planning on doing as well. But road trek, on the other hand, is a totally whole different beast, so to speak. Road Trek is a first of a kind because my Network 126 channel. It's basically like the way I like to describe it. It's basically my own personal TV network of my life. It's my thoughts, my opinions, my hobbies, my creations, my everything. Just everything I go through in life and think about or want to say or what have you. That's Network 126. And it also functions because I'm an aspiring cinematographer type, creative type kind of person. I'm kind of like trying to put my work out there, my editing work and my filming, camera work, all that kind of stuff. Which brings me also to why I want to do Road Trek so bad. Road Trek is a first of a kind for my channel. It's a sci-fi adventure show. It's not a real life vlogging series. It's a sci-fi adventure show which is very closely based on Star Trek, but is never going to officially acknowledge Star Trek in this universe, whatever universe is, because it's going to take place. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but multiple universes, dimensions, what have you, timelines will be involved in Road Trek. So I'm not going to touch anything Star Trek to avoid, all the potential copyright infringement issues and what have you. Road Trek will fall under the parody category, and it's not all still going to be based just solely on Star Trek. That's the whole thing that makes Road Trek so unique. Is it's going to be based on all kinds of different sci-fi influences, everything from Knight Rider, the talking black Trans Am from the '80s, all the way up to things like The Fifth Element, The Matrix, They Live, all kinds of things, Twilight Zone, TV shows, movies. It doesn't matter, just all that kind of cool, fun stuff. It is also going to be based heavily on a lot of conspiracy theories. If you guys saw that October 2017 clip that I put out, the screen test for Road Trek that I put together, I kind of teased a little bit. It was meant to be kind of like a snippet of what an episode would look like, sort of, if Road Trek were in production. Except, it was kind of just made on a lower budget because I still have cheap stuff, cheap equipment and whatnot. Obviously, I'd have better stuff and better filming equipment, better cameras, better lighting, better sound effects, better editing, all that kind of stuff. Once I actually have funding and actually have the RV and one of these tables that I can just sit at with my laptop and edit undisturbed and not get kicked out of Jack in the Box trying to suck up their power. I would have my own solar panels installed up there, and I'd just be running on my own deep cycle batteries that I'd have installed somewhere underneath in the floorboards or wherever they're installed. I don't even know. Basically, the whole thing that I was trying to get to, point at in that screen test, is that there's going to be reptilians involved. That's the whole thing that I was getting to if They Live. There's going to be a whole thing with that. Like I said, I don't want to expose too much of my storyline here, but it's something I've been working on for a very long time, something that's been growing and developing in my head over the years, and something that I feel I have at least a season's worth or two worth of material in my head for. I mean, it all starts with this NX-1326 Discovery, which is basically an RV that's capable of traversing time and dimensions, which you guys will find out the whole story for if and when I do end up getting around to producing Road Trek, which is why I need the funding so bad, which is why I'm trying to bust my ass, been sleeping in the car, sleeping like shit, and just trying to drive as much as I can, trying to stay motivated. She's helping me stay motivated here. I didn't have her before, so I was really depressed and just not functioning. I mean, my whole situation, I'm kind of going off topic here, it's supposed to be at Road Trek, but I just, like, my whole living situation makes it just so impossible to function, and I'll just keep falling into so much fucking depression and just going crazy because I can't even, like, get a good night's rest, and I'm always, like, in the way and being disturbed, and I'm always, like, I never have any peace and quiet, like, consistent, like, it's just so hard, it's so hard to describe, just the fucking, all the shit I've been going through for so many years, and So basically, I'm really trying to put all this behind me, all this pain and suffering and frustration and bullshit. I really want to move on and produce this show. It's also going to grow my YouTube ad revenue. Troll Media, I believe it was, who I have a whole thing going on with YouTube with. I believe he posted saying something about that. After he gets his RV, he's going to be just posting more fundraisers when he needs an oil change and tires and all that kind of stuff. No, I even mentioned it in a comment, but I'm going to say it again here in the video. Road Track, along with all my other videos, all that stuff is to grow. Well, I mean, I'm passionate about cinematography and filming and production and editing and all that stuff in the first place, but all that stuff is also to grow my YouTube ad revenue, which is a residual income that I've been growing for the past like 7 years now. But the main thing holding me back has been just not having privacy to live and work and function like a healthy, productive member of society. Like, it's just so hard to like get anything done when I'm just like constantly on the move and constantly on the way, and just never have any space and privacy to myself, just to be me and to just express myself and create and do and work and sleep and all that essential, stuff that I keep talking about that a lot of people just don't seem to understand or grasp. I mean, I've seen the potential myself. I mean, when I was putting out a lot of videos about being unemployed and I was putting out about a video a day, which I couldn't really sustain for a long time because, I mean, the privacy and, issues and all that kind of stuff, it just made it so hard to focus. But for a time, I did pick up my revenue. I can't say specific numbers on here because YouTube policy and whatever, but I did bring it up considerably, and I did see the potential and what I could do if I just had my own private space, my private work area that I could just work undisturbed and work on my own projects. Turn this whole thing into the NX1326 Discovery, in addition to doing all my vlogs and all my other random shows that I've been doing for years. It's all going to grow my YouTube ad revenue. So the point is to get me off of a path of pain and suffering and frustration and spinning in the hamster wheel to a path of sustainability, independence, and being able to function, as I said, as a healthy, productive member of society. Somewhere where I can sleep, sleep up there in peace and wake up refreshed and full of energy and ready to tackle the day. And then plus I'd be doing something I love now because I'd be able to, produce my show. I'd, set up a green screen somewhere, do my special effects and, do all my shows and all that kind of stuff. And it would all be growing my YouTube ad revenue. So I wouldn't have to be dependent on donations and even Uber eventually and all that stupid bullshit. I'd just be able to eventually, and look, see, a lot of people, look, turning YouTube into a career is not for everybody. I realize that. I understand that. Same thing as, being sales, getting into sales, being a salesman. That's not for everybody. Like, I suck at sales. I have no sales experience. I just got into a comment thing about that. There's just certain things that are not for everybody. YouTube is not for everybody. I have a passion in cinematography, editing, production, camera work, all that kind of stuff. I just need my own space and time and privacy and all that kind of stuff to basically just do what I do and be, express myself and put my work out there to the world. And that's, like I said, and I keep saying, that's going to grow my ad revenue. You get where I'm going with this? Like, there's gonna be no more, GoFundMe for this and GoFundMe for that. No, like, that's to end all that once and for all. To finally have something, going for my life that I can actually be self-sustaining with. I won't have to worry about paying rent, and I won't have to worry about the eviction on my record and all that kind of bullshit. As I said in my whole video about renting being a scam, you're just throwing all your money away, paying rent, and then as soon as you have an interruption in your income, you lose your housing, have nothing to show for all your years of hard work, working at whatever company you've been working at or hustling, whatever you've been doing. All of a sudden you have nothing. You're on the street looking like some, worthless bum as society likes to portray people, nowadays, which that's all they are. They're just people that are just falling into hard times. And so, like I said, YouTube is not for everybody, but it's something that I strongly believe, something that I can really do, and something that I have a lot of faith in, something that, I'm really cut out for this kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not cut out for. A lot of people say, oh, you just make excuses and blah, 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 blah. Well, there's just a lot of stuff that I'm just simply not cut out for. But producing video, camera work, production, audio editing, all that kind of stuff, that's what I'm cut out for. and that's what I'll thrive in once I have the proper environment to live and work in. Which I mean, I can sit here and talk endlessly, but in the end, like, the ultimate proof will be when I actually do it. So, but I need the RV to do that. Like, I'm never gonna do that sleeping in a car and in a kitchen behind a cardboard wall 5 feet away from the kitchen sink. It's just not gonna happen like that, and that's why I'm really rambling really far on this video, a lot longer than I was planning to. But there was just, I guess, a lot more that I wanted to say about all this. But that's basically it. It's the path to sustainability. Road Trek and all my other YouTubing, that's my sustainability. That's my income. That's what's going to grow my everything. And, it's probably not just going to all be AdSense income. I'm sure I'm probably going to get product placement endorsements and all that kind of fun stuff too further on down the road. So, with that being said, leave your comments down below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And